And yes, feel free. It's your place. And I think what I want to then do is give you the opportunity to all introduce yourselves. And I noticed when they were introducing themselves off air, there was a bit of a tagline to it, So just for our enlightenment, please.
Okay, I go by the name of Afrikan Roots. My stage name is Ara Soul Sex.
Oh,
okay.
Plays the saxophone.
My name is Musa Muta. My performance name is DJ Moscow. I'm a producer and sound engineer for Afrikan Roots.
Lovely.
Itaola, Wabulelang, I go by the name of Saya Maspila, real name Katleko Wahamabasa. I'm a DJ and a producer and a co-founder from Afrikan Roots.
Now, before you guys came in, we were playing some of your music that you've done, and I must say, it's how do you describe your sound? Arafat, how do you describe your sound? Because it's a very unique. It's got a house. It's got a tribal feel to it. There's a drum in there. There's a flute in there. How do you describe it?
So we call our sound Chupacabra. Chupacabra is our own genre of music. We are original in our sound. And we love what we do. I can't say more about our sound. It's unique.
And it does come through, though. It does come through. For somebody to actually start a new genre, it just tells you how much you believe in that which you do.
Yeah.
Where did it all start? I did say that there was Pretoria involved. And there might be one or two of you who are in Black Motion. We're going to talk about that.
All that and more.
I did some digging in there and I found out. One was in Black Motion. And Talk to us.
The movement Afrikan Roots started in 2010. But previously we derived from a group called Black Boys.
Yes.
From which we were comprised of many artists, instrumentalists, producers. You can name it.
It was a movement.
Yeah, it was a movement, basically, yeah. But all I can say is that the journey for Afrikan Roots started in 2010.
Yeah.
And it was started by myself, Maspela here next to me. And there's another one who unfortunately is not here due to unforeseen circumstance.
Of course.
He goes by the name of Nyex. His name is Kenneth Manyamola.
Yes.
He's actually the main founder for Black Boys, Black Motion, and Afrikan Roots.
Oh, I love it. So I want to touch base on this new genre that you're bringing about, right? Obviously, this is an amalgamation of different people's vibe, if you will call it that. Talk to me about how you uniquely managed to find the sound and each own it for yourself.
The sound, we adopted the sound while we were busy traveling.
Okay.
Because when we started in 2013, Angola is the very first country to recognize Afrikan Roots.
Nice.
We've thought Angola, I don't know how many provinces in there. So that's when we started to absorb the sound. Especially when we are going to neighboring countries, when they follow the African sound, the African culture. Because if you can check most South Africa, we found Eastern Cape, But the moment there is that whole traveler go Angola, that's when
I must interrupt you, Skis. So this is a continental broadcaster, and it is as much as we throw bits and pieces of Setswana Sesotho, we have to stick to English. Yeah.
About that. Yes. So when we are busy traveling, that's when we learn different elements of music. That's when we started to adapt. So we met someone by the name of Sylvie. Then we met Bebucho as well. That's when we produced our very first hit song in Angola, which is titled Akuluo. So that's when we discovered our Chupacabra sound. Because we knew that, okay, if we can mix this dance house that we do here in SA and put a little bit of signature from other neighboring countries, even the language, even though we don't hear the language, because we're fascinated about the language. You know what? Just sing something, even if you can say just 2 words, then we will see what you can do with the song. So that's when the whole journey of the African Roots sound it changed.
I'll tell you what, the song that caught me, Naki Komuraho.
Yes.
These guys. What's wrong with these guys? There's Komuraho, there's Blessings. I'm like, these guys are putting in the work, guys. Talk to us through where that song came from, Komuraho.
Komorao actually came after the whole journey, the infusing of different sounds. As Maspila mentioned, we were at that time touring Angola, your Mozambique, your Portugal, your all Portuguese neighboring countries. So we thought that, man, we are from South Africa. We are more welcomed outside than our own country. So what can we do to penetrate South African market?
Yeah.
So we sat down. At that time, we were about 5 members. We brainstormed. Okay, what do our fellow South African people
Want to hear?
At that time, I think your biggest songs were "Clap Your Hands," by
Yes.
Santini,
Yes.
Pluto, Blatant Bird.
Yes,
you know.
yes.
And no, man. I think we need to fuse all of these sounds, since as well we've been fusing a lot of sounds wherever we went. And then we sat in studio, came up with the beat, but then we felt like something is missing, man. People need to familiarize themselves with the type of instrument that we have created. So we went back. We searched for rhythms in which a person can sing to. Yeah. So unfortunately or luckily, we picked one particular song. I think you might remember it, by Cicera Ivora.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
yes.
But then we thought, no, man, we can't just stand there. We need to translate it so that our fellow South Africans hear it. And then because from then we had connections and we used to work closely with DJ Bucks. We called DJ Bucks into studio and said, "I'm a man."
DJ Bucks from Uhuru, right?
Yes. And initially he was from Afrikan Roots. We started Afrikan Roots
Love
together.
this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
So we called him through into studio, and he mixed up some of his magic. You know him from your White Chokocha and the likes. And we also called Mackenzie from
Rhythmic Elements. Yes.
Yeah, so you know, we were in for the punch.
You were in for the punch.
You were
yes.
going in.
We were going in, yeah. And then Komorao happened, you know. We were talking about our your normal day-to-day things, you know, your tavern vibes, your club vibes, you know. We were so tired of people saying, "Hey man, you know." Situation, yeah, it happens. It happens, you know.
No, that's the truth. It's the
Yeah,
truth.
you get others whereby they come into clubs and then ukras nasilo.
Yes,
Yeah,
he
it
didn't bring
doesn't have a
anything.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they were like, in regular court, you know, buy me drinks, buy me this,
Yeah.
week in, week out, kwena. So we're up to here with you, you know. So hence the Komorao. If you can listen to the lyrics,
Yeah.
it makes jokes about that, you know, those kind of situations.
Komorao.
Say, don't say Komorao.
We are having a soul time in this